Hello, Kurt Halverson here with HomeTown Credit Union. Welcome back for another Money Minute, and also welcome back to our debit card specialist / debit card fairy, Jazz Gallagher. And Jazz, we've got an interesting thing to talk about that really plays into people's emotions, and it has to do with pets, especially puppies. Tell us about what you've been seeing related to this.
Unfortunately, as we know, things like the lockdown have opened up new avenues for scammers. And something they are running a lot now that has always been a scam, but is now a large problem, is puppy scams. Scammers will steal puppy pictures from legitimate breeders and create their own websites, Facebook or PayPal, and convince you that you're buying a puppy. Now, with COVID, we all understand you might not want to go meet a stranger. So it sounds reasonable when they say you can't meet your puppy before you make a deposit. You want to stay safe. You don't know, is this person okay? However, after you put that down payment on your puppy, you find out there's no puppy, your money is gone, and their website doesn't exist.
Oh, so it's like getting hurt twice. There's the pain of not getting that puppy that you've already imagined is going to be so great and a great addition to have at home or with the family. And then you have the hurt of losing that money too. And it seems like these scammers, they adapt to whatever the situation is. And right now it's the COVID situation and people trying to stay safe during the pandemic. So they're playing on that, and they're also playing on people's emotions, which we've talked about is a common tactic that scammers use. So what can people do to help identify early on that this might be a scam?
You know, it's become a lot more common to use apps to make payments now. However, you should be cautious with that.
Okay.
A legitimate business likely isn't going to ask you to pay with Zelle.
Oh, interesting. Okay. That's more of like a person-to-person transfer type thing. Okay.
And a lot of people do use things like PayPal, but be cautious if they're asking you to pay as a payment for a business, or if they're asking you to send it as a personal person-to-person payment.
Oh, interesting.
There's a lot less protection on those person-to-person payments, and it's very hard to get your money back.
Okay, sounds good. Anything else that people should be aware of when it comes to these puppy scams?
You know, something you can do to say, maybe this isn't right, is ask them for a picture now, for something in the picture.
Sure.
And people do this on dating websites, asking you to maybe take a picture now and hold up the peace sign so I know you're a real person.
Sure.
The same can be done for things like buying a puppy online. Hey, can you take a picture with a potted plant in the background so I know that this is a real picture? It's a lot harder for them to find that specific picture. It can still be done, sure, but it's going to make it a little bit harder.
Okay, very good to know. Very good to know. And of course, if there's ever something that you feel is not quite right, you can always reach out to the police and call the non-emergency number and say, hey, this is what's going on. What are your thoughts? Or reach your friends at HomeTown Credit Union, and we'll be happy to talk through it with you as well. Anything else you'd like to add, Jazz?
You know, with puppies in general, I'd say try to meet them beforehand as safely as possible, but I wouldn't put a down payment on a puppy you haven't seen.
Good advice. Very good advice. Thank you so much for joining us for this Money Minute, and watch for more Money Minutes coming up soon on a variety of different topics. See you again.